Justin Patton, 23 on our left, Thomas, number 2 on our right. Start with a statement from head coach Greg McDermott.
Well, this one obviously stings. We 34 points in the paint to their 16, 14 points off turnovers to their 13, 13 second chance points to their 10, and 11 fast break points to their 0. Those are numbers that would lead me to believe that we won the game. They only get 6 offensive rebounds, so I thought we did our job there. Obviously, they had a great shooting night, and we didn't shoot it very, very well, and I didn't think we shared the ball quite as well the second half as we did the first half. Part of that was certainly due to Providence stretching us out with their defense, and obviously Cartwright hit a big shot at a critical time, and we executed a play relatively well and got a look, and it didn't go in.
Questions from the student athletes first.
I guess for how many of Providence's threes tonight were ones I guess you guys were willing to live with versus how well they executed their offense?
A few were just like probably just how well they ran their offense with Lindsey coming off screens and back cuts or whatever play they ran. He got off to those, and then some of them were just we were right there contesting, but they just went in.
What were you guys looking for on the last possession with 37.1 to go out of the timeout in the tie game?
We just needed like a quick 3. One of our bigs caught it, threw it to a Marcus or I, and just throw up a 3, hopefully make it.
37 seconds left.
The second
Oh,
possession, sorry. Out of the timeout.
We're trying to just like execute one play. Didn't go well. Mistakes happened and got a turnover.
Justin, what did you see from the offense, just especially down the stretch? Did it feel on the court like maybe you weren't sharing as well as you had?
Well, I had 2 missed shots and a turnover, so it's not good at all. And then we can't win in the last 2 minutes and 30 seconds if that happens. So I just gotta clean it up. And like Coach Mack said, part of it is unselfishness, and it's something we gotta fix, and myself too.
Any other questions for the student athletes?
It's a rest.
Justin, just the way Providence played. I mean, there were times I thought where you guys looked like you almost had them put away, but they just kept battling. Did you notice that they wanted it, that they were a team that was kind of playing with a lot of urgency tonight?
I mean, no one comes out and not wants to win the basketball game. We just, our job is, if we got to lead, we got to put our foot down and push the lead more. And we didn't do that, and we let up, and that's what happens when you let up. They come back and you give them a chance, and a team like that and a player like that, who's going to make the shot.
I guess for either guy, I know every loss is not one. It stings a little bit. How much is this one in particular, given that you have 2 out of 3, next 3 on the road against teams that have already beat you at home?
I felt like we all wanted this one bad, to start kind of start our way of ending the season with that. We wanted to come off with a win, and then, obviously have all the confidence we had going into Villanova. I mean, we're still going to have our confidence, but this right here probably would have just boosted it a little bit higher.
It's
2 more for the student athletes.
It's 18,000 fans out there. We want to give them a show. We want to win. And if we don't do that, we're not doing our job. They're doing their job by showing up, and if we're not winning, we're not doing it. We're doing our part. So we want to win and give our fans what they deserve.
Any other questions? Thanks, gentlemen.
See you, Marcus.
Continuing questions for Coach McDermott.
I guess, Matt, can you elaborate on what you were looking for out of that 37.1 to go?
Yeah, we just we drew up a play that we've worked on in practice many times for a situation like that. Unfortunately, we just didn't execute it correctly, and then Marcus had to take a tough shot. I'm confident had we executed it correctly, we would have got a better shot, but that didn't happen.
Try it looked like maybe Marcus running the point at the end, or maybe for a couple possessions there. He was at least bringing the ball up, I guess. What did you like in that
Yeah, I thought, obviously Marcus has been doing some good things in the previous games of being a facilitator off the dribble. He did a good job of getting in the paint, and I have to watch the film before I make any quick judgments if we failed to share it or there wasn't an opportunity to share and they were forcing us to go one-on-one and we had to go make a play. But 30 points on our home court in the second half, we've got to score more than that, and however many at 33 possessions. And then I think 60-55 we're up, and they, beside Lindsay hit a big three, and then Cartwright's three at the end. But all the other points were on the free throw line. I think they went 10 of 12 from the free throw line down the stretch, and we didn't shoot any free throws during that stretch, and that was after getting in the bonus relatively quick. So again, we have to evaluate what we're doing in those situations to put them on the free throw line and not make them earn it.
They got into a pretty good rhythm from the three-point line early in the game. I know a lot of what they do is close to the basket. How much of that was stuff you were willing to live with versus them getting clean looks?
We early in the game we lost them in transition some with some matchups, and they hit a couple. Bullock hit a really tough one on Taz with a hand in his face. The Holt hit three of them, two back to back. Then the next two he didn't hit the rim. I think he's made 7 in conference plays, around a 30% 3-point shooter. So after the first one, we need to get out there a little closer, and we didn't get that done. But they shot the daylights out of the basketball tonight from the 3-point line. We did a good job. They're 12 of 24 from the 3-point line, and then 9 of 24 from 2-point shots, which is usually what you're concerned with Providence, because they run that tight flex and so much happens around the basket.
3 more for Coach.
Greg, were you concerned about Holt kind of taking Pat away from the rim there in the second half? Obviously, you get in a groove now.
Yeah, he was able to do that at their place as well, and his strength, and he plays more like probably a power forward than he does a center, and his ability to put it on the floor, obviously hurt us, and he got to the rim once, and I think it had an and one on Justin, but he's a good player. He's played well against us twice.
With a finish like this, heading into Villanova, how do you bounce back?
Well, you hit the practice floor tomorrow ready to go. Obviously, we had some guys log some pretty big minutes tonight. But we'll put together a plan for a very good Villanova team. And, we've played pretty well on the road throughout the season. Hopefully that continues Saturday.
Coach Davian played limited minutes in the second half. Does he need to just improve on the defensive end to get more minutes in crunch time?
Most of it's defensively. And it's in a game like that, possession to possession, you go with who you trust defensively. And we were using Marcus some at the point anyway, so that allowed us to put our best defensive team on the floor.
Thanks, Coach. Well, Coach Cooley coming in here shortly.